covering Northern California. You're watching Action News Now, coverage you can count on.
Coming up, we'll take you to a demonstration in downtown Chico by progressive activists upset with the direction of the country. It's called Hands Off. Yet another new market in the city of Chico. Today was its inaugural. We'll let you know what's special about this one. And a wayward whale is becoming quite the attraction in Southern California. Action News Now starts now. Good evening and thank you for tuning in. It's called Hands Off and it includes an exclamation point. There is a sense of urgency nationwide on the left about changes that are taking place at the national level. The protests in Chico brought out thousands at Children's Park. Those are who Nathan Espindula spoke with in our city's protest.
So I'm here in downtown Chico where the Hands Off protest is happening, and I asked the protesters, what do they mean by hands off? And here's what they had to tell me.
Hands off taking our freedoms away.
Hands off our health care, our Social Security, which I depend on.
Hands off our freedoms, our government, our education, our health care, our Medicare, our Medicaid, everything.
The protest that took place today in Chico gathered a very large crowd. It had music, signs, and booths from local progressive groups.
This is not an extremist movement. This is an appeal to Democrats, Libertarians, Republicans, one and all, who want to see America great.
I'm at Children's Park in downtown Chico, and right over here behind me is the area where organizers tell me 10 different speakers gave speeches, and among those speakers was Chico Council member Bryce Goldstein.
The importance of gathering here for a rally like this is showing solidarity with our neighbors, showing solidarity with marginalized people, and building community.
Beyond Goldstein, Council member Addison Winslow was also present. However, he did not give a speech. Despite the controversial nature of the times and issues, the protest seemed peaceful. In Chico, I'm Nathan Espindula for Action News Now.
No way to get an official estimate on the number of protesters, but organizers of the event believe it topped out between 3,000 and 5,000. Hours after being released from the Modoc County Jail, a man was rearrested for violating terms of his court order. Despite objections from the Modoc County DA, Christopher Kavnar was released while facing several counts of stalking, harassing phone calls, and violating a domestic restraining order. He was released Friday morning. By mid-afternoon same day, deputies received a complaint about him and Kavnar was rearrested. Bail set at $25,000 as he faces new charges on top of the old ones. Burglary suspect has been arrested with the help of a vigilant citizen who called in when he said he saw Anderson resident Hunter Thompson break into a Shell gas station on RB Way with a tire iron. Anderson police say Thompson got off with $550 worth of items. Surveillance video helped catch Thompson a few hours later. He was booked on several charges. A bloody trail leads to an arrest in Oroville. On Friday, Oroville police were called regarding a distraught woman. First responders followed a trail of blood droplets on Highway 70's bridge near Montgomery Street. The woman said she was hit in the head with a machete. Shortly afterward, Charles Hypes of Oroville was found near Centennial Park and taken into custody. News out of Red Bluff now. A man was killed when he was struck by a train. This happened at around 5 o'clock last night near Oak and Madison Streets. The train stopped on the tracks. Police called, and they found a deceased male with injuries they say were consistent with being struck by a train. Why the man was on the tracks is unclear. Well, there's a new market in the mix in the city of Chico. It's called Your Local Marketplace, and it launched today. You'll find it across from Oragrown on Park Avenue. This one focuses on herbal products, ready-made food and drinks, crafts and clothes too. The market manager says this market is more than a place to shop, as it's a platform for local entrepreneurs to share their passions. It's every Saturday from noon to 4 p.m. through the month of October. Today, the annual Valley Oak Children's Fair returned to the Chico City Plaza. The family-friendly event, which celebrates the importance of our children, brought together many family organizations all in one place so that parents and their children could learn about all the resources available to them in this community.
There's a lot of great businesses and organizations out here that help families, and it's not always easy, even with the internet in this day and age, to really connect and find the services that you might need. So having them all in one place, it makes it a lot easier for families to discover what's out there.
All right, organizers told Action News Now that in the 4 hours that the event lasted, they normally have around 250 kids stop by. Career workshops and scholarships drew dozens of students to Bidwell Junior High School in Chico today. The California Scholarship Federation and California Junior Scholarship Federation hosted students from all over Northern California. Students have to meet high academic standards to join the group. Action News Now anchor Linda Watkins Bennett was among the career presenters.
We're very excited. This is a Northern Regional Conference for the California Scholarship Federation and the California Junior Scholarship Federation, CSF, CJSF. So Bidwell Junior High has hosted this event for kids all over the North region to come and participate in workshops and listen to guest speakers.
Students learning food service at Pleasant Valley High School served up a taco bar lunch. And afterwards, there were scholarship presentations and awards totaling nearly $25,000. And the bios of the winners who are graduating were shared to provide inspiration. Today was also a day to benefit first responders. This was billed as Real Life Heroes, the 43rd annual such event. There were a lot of fun events, but the classic cars were the highlight, like a 64 Impala that its owner showed off.
Car Club of Chico chapter. This is my 64 Impala. I've owned it since I was 19 years old. Did a lot of builds. All my kids, my wife, we've all enjoyed it over the years. I just finished building it on a 4-year build, the paint job and everything. But yeah, it's been great.
Proceeds from this event will benefit local first responders. Here's that look today from the Bunch Grass Lookout Alert wildfire camera. This is near Bernie. Take a look at that view with Lake Margaret in the foreground and the eastern slope of Mount Shasta on the edge of your screen. Now for the latest on the conditions, let's check in with Sade with our forecast. Sade.
So this is what you can expect. So we're going to have some increasing clouds and we're going to be warmer today. We were warmer today. We're going to have some light winds as well, and we're also going to have some light showers, chances ahead. Those showers will be happening pretty much Sunday night and then a little bit Monday morning. So it'll be pretty much nice throughout the week except for a little bit of that rain. Now this is a look at our wind speeds right now. Now the highest that the wind speeds are for the valley is about 10 miles per hour. Foothills is looking pretty calm right now. And then we have our mountains at 10 miles per hour. So we see those wind speeds pretty much funneling southeast winds pretty much right now, kind of funneling towards the valley area right now. But those wind speeds are definitely not a problem as we go throughout our day. They're looking pretty conservative. This is a look at our low temperatures for tonight. So for the valley, temperatures are going to be in the 50s range. For our foothills, temperatures are going to be in the 40s to 50s range. And then we have our mountains in the 40s to 50s range.
All right, Sade, appreciate it very much. In California state news, LA County has tentatively agreed to settle thousands of sexual abuse claims for $4 billion. The agreement includes more than 6,800 claims by victims who allege physical and sexual abuse at juvenile and foster care facilities in LA County. The abuse allegations go back more than 60 years, with the earliest in 1959. Most of the cases occurred between the 1980s and the 2000s. It will stand as the costliest financial settlement in Los Angeles County history. 4 space tourists are back on Earth following a 3.5-day trip of a lifetime. Their SpaceX capsule splashed down in the Pacific Ocean off the Southern California coast. This was yesterday, but worth looking at again today. A Chinese Bitcoin investor paid an undisclosed price for the trip of a lifetime, the first ever human spaceflight to circle the globe over both the North and South Poles. It also marked the first time in 50 years that a spacecraft splashed down in the Pacific Ocean. A whale of a show in a Long Beach harbor, a wayward whale stuck in the harbor, has been showing off in front of a crowd on the shoreline. KCAL news reporter Alice Martinez takes us whale watching.
The Wayward whale is still the main attraction here at the Catalina Landing. Big crowds of people coming out to catch a glimpse. The whale is believed to have arrived earlier in the week during a high tide. The young whale is apparently in its teens, about 20 to 25 feet, and still relatively healthy with no visible wounds. Experts don't know why it's made its way here. NOAA officials have made several attempts to coax the whale out of the harbor by revving their engines.
kind of turning ourselves in circles, slowly moving forward. We're able to push the whale out of the bay here and out into the kind of the channel.
The whale did swim out but came back. The bridge might be what's stopping the whale from leaving. NOAA saying some marine mammals aren't comfortable swimming under objects that cast shadows. Big crowds have been coming here to catch a glimpse. A lot of people never seeing a whale in person.
It's beautiful, like breathtaking. You really don't know what it's going to feel like until you see it, and it's beautiful. I've never really seen a whale in person, so it's nice to get a really good look at it. Majestic.
To see this beautiful whale, this is a once-in-a-lifetime experience to have it this close. And we've already seen it, I think, 6 times now, and the sun hasn't even come up. And to see the sunrise, too, with the whale, I mean, what an experience. And especially for my grandsons as well. Yeah. He's hiding right now. But yeah, it's a wonderful experience. I'm so glad that we are doing this.
There aren't a ton of minke whales around. Only about 500 are known along California, Oregon, and Washington. That's based on statistics from 2023. Marine biologists also say they're solo travelers, so they can be very hard to spot. The plan right now is to leave the whale alone, and hopefully it'll make its way back out into the ocean. In Long Beach, Elise Martinez, KCAL News.
Well, just ahead, President Trump's tariffs wreaking havoc on the stock market cause for concern or a buying opportunity? And is Mpox the next coronavirus? Our weekly medical minute is coming up next.